So, did you think about how the olden people measure the distance they traveled? Now, we are going to discuss about that, measuring the distance. And one more thing, students, in your textbook, page number 95, a picture is given. In that there are number of vehicles are there. You have to numbering that from the olden days vehicle to now what we are using. And also you think about one thing, one vehicles we are not using nowadays. Even you can't see nowadays. So which one you have to write here by pencil. Okay, you have to numbering by pencil also. You have to write that answer. Which one we are not using nowadays, even we can't see nowadays. That also you have to write here. So in olden days, for the small distance, people used to measure maybe the length, measure the hand span. Hand span means the distance between the thumb to little finger. Otherwise, the length of the finger to elbow, the forearm length. Otherwise, the length from the tip of the finger to here, means the full hand length up to chin. So like that they used. Nowadays also you can see that the flower selling people, means garland selling people, how they are measuring the garland? They use the length of the what? Forearm, isn't it? One thing, student, if the length of the forearm, this one, is same for all the people. See, my hand length means forearm length is this much. If any shorter person than me is measuring the garland, he will have the length lesser than me. If any taller person than me is measuring, his length of the forearm will be greater than me. So, this measurement is not a what? Is not same for all person. Like the same, the hand span also. If I am using, for example, I am saying to you to measure the desk, what we are, you are having the table for study, for your study table, otherwise dining table. So that table length, one side length, you use your hand span and like this, you have to measure like this, the hand span like this, and write down how many numbers you got for the total length. And ask your elders, anybody, your mother, otherwise father, grandparents, otherwise your elder sister or elder brother, if anyone ask your elder to measure the same length by their hand span. And also you ask the younger ones to measure and write all these numbers, and you analyze this number, you can get an idea, that is the hand span of the persons is not same. It will also differ person to person. As an activity, you do it at home. You ask your elders and younger ones, and also you measure the desk length by your hand span and find out if it differ or same one. Like the same, the foot length. Foot means, you know, yes, the foot and toes. So the foot length, that also in your living room, otherwise bedroom, anyone, any one side length you measure by your foot, keeping the foot like this, one after, one before one. You have to count the numbers, how many foots you can keep to cover the one side length. Write it down and ask your elders also and also younger and compare the numbers. Did you have the same numbers what you measured by your foot? No, it will also differ. So like this, in olden days, what the measurements are used, it was accepted on those days because there was no other measurements. But nowadays, we can't accept, isn't it? Because it will differ. So only we are accepting the flower, the garland. By getting garland, only they are using the measurement. In others, we won't accept this different measurement, means by foot, otherwise by handspan. It will differ, isn't it? The smaller children are measuring, their number of handspan will, otherwise number of foot will increases. The elder persons are measuring, the number of handspan, otherwise the number of foot will decrease. So like that, it is not a standard one. So what can we do to measure the distance in a correct way? Think about that.